Gravlev has been given a bigger facelift in Star Citizen 3.16 than Share, and the results are far more pleasing to the eye. And if you don't know what Gravlev is, well, it's a bit like strapping a rocket to a magic flying carpet. Gravlev is the technology that allows bikes like the Nox and the Dragonfly to float over undulating terrain without the use of wheels. The X1, when it arrives, will also be a member of this exclusive club. But it's had one or two problems in the past, with the previous version struggling to provide a consistent experience on a number of fronts. Speed felt mediocre at best, with vehicles poking around at a paltry 50 metres a second. And the moment you clipped a rock, or hit an anemic incline, and that's not all. When it came to transporting vehicles, the risk of decapitation was high. And if you forgot to power off your bike before getting out of the saddle, chances were that you'd never get back on again. So what does this rework of Gravlev in 3.16 actually give us hairy biker wannabes? Firstly, you can now set the height control on the bike anywhere between a dangerously road-gripping 1 metre and a well-cushioned 4 metres. Dropping height to the lowest setting and easing your way into the back of a cutlass no longer results in smashing your face against the hull of the ship. Transporting bikes is no longer a major logistical nightmare. The other important thing about height is that it changes the speed profile of the bike. When the ride is low, you'll be able to push the bike to faster straight line speeds, but that's obviously more risky than setting the height to its maximum of around 4 metres, which may be a little slower, but helps you avoid the rocky detritus littering the desert plains of Daymar. So if you want to simply recreate the functional version of what we had before, but mitigate all that annoying rock collision, my recommendation would be to set the ride height to a maximum and push the speed limiter to 3/4. This version of Gravlev has another trick up its sleeve, and that trick is speed. Because if you decide to remove the speed limiter, you'll be able to travel faster than a bag of cement dropped out the back of a plane. But caution, with greater speed comes increased risk. Sure, you can now thrash these bikes at unimaginable speeds, but not even Gravlev will save you from a head-on collision with Stonehenge, and if you happen to blindly jump off the side of a mountain, only to head towards the side of another at right angles, I'd argue that it's not CIG's job to code you a safety net. What I'm saying here is, you can be stupid, and yes, you will die. But that's not to say CIG haven't put some support in there for unwary backers. They've implemented something called anti-fall to gracefully bring back vehicles down to earth after grabbing too much air. And when we power off our bikes now, they gently settle on the ground rather than simply dropping like a stone. I think Gravlev is back on the menu. It may need some fine tuning here and there, but it makes the vehicles viable again, and also fun, if you can manage the danger.